The Clipse are doing what most brands can't. You know what hits harder than a diss track or a chart placement? Grown men talking about losing their parents, while Stevie Wonder plays the piano behind them. That's how the Clipse open up their new album. No warnings, no warm-up, just soul. And it worked because it simply reminded us, even the hardest voices are human first. And this isn't just a comeback, it's a blueprint. After 15 years, Pusha T and Malice reunite as the Clipse. They didn't just make a record with this album, they made a statement. They flew to Paris, recorded the entire album with Pharrell, the man who helped shape their original sound. And they named the project Let God Sort 'Em Out. Now here's what some may not know. Pharrell and Malice are both in their early 50s. Pusha T is late 40, and they rapping their ass off. And this reunion, it wasn't driven by the label. They paid to get out of their Def Jam contract just to keep a Kendrick Lamar verse that the label didn't want to clear because they didn't want to get sued. That's how much they believed in this album. And they signed with Roc Nation instead. And since then, man, they've been everywhere. The Breakfast Club, Tiny Desk, The Tonight Show, Joe Budden Podcast, Fat Joe and Jadakiss, the list goes on. I think even the ESPYs, if I remember correctly. Here's so powerful about what they've been doing. Every interview felt fresh, and I watched a bunch of them and they all felt different. And every rollout moment, it felt so intentional. They weren't just doing press, they were telling a story in chapters. Look, the Clipse, they've always been known for coke talk and bravado and street poetry. But on this album, it's a little more substance. Real grief, real loss, and connection. The album opens up with a track called Birds Don't Sing, featuring John Legend and the legendary Stevie Wonder himself. Stevie's playing the keys as they speak on losing their parents. And on albums like this, you would typically save that for the outro or maybe in the middle. They chose to open this mug up. That's storytelling with a purpose. And look, they grew up in Virginia near Pharrell and Timberland, who are both cousins. Malice introduced Pusha T to rap as his older brother, and all of them were shaped by the same regional frequency. Same soil, same sound, different genius. So what you're hearing now on this album is the full circle energy of legacy artists stepping into full ownership of their narrative, musically, emotionally, and brand-wise. You don't need to know every Clipse song to take this all in, because what they did here is branding wisdom that anybody can apply. So let's break it down. They led with real emotion. They didn't hide their pain, they started with it. What would it look like if you led with truth in your messaging? Number two, don't wait for permission. They didn't beg their label, they bet on themselves. And one, who are you waiting on before you tell your full story or make your move? Number three, they made this rollout a journey, not a drop. The Clipse didn't just promote, they revealed. Every single interview added a new dimension, and I watched plenty of. How are you building anticipation around your offers, your work, and your message? And number four, age is not a liability, it's leverage. These are grown men in hip-hop defying stereotypes. They've mastered their craft, and oh, it showed. What skill, life story, or experience are you downplaying because of age? And lastly, number five, familiarity isn't the enemy of fresh. They reunited with Pharrell, but the sound still evolved. Maybe your audience doesn't need something new. Maybe they just need a deeper version of you.